Welcome back to our second session. And for our second session, everyone, we are going to study Writing Bright 1, Unit 2, Simple Present, Grammar, page 20. We are going to review also the common mistakes from our previous lesson. We have unnecessary be verb, misuse be verb, third person singular or singular's error, and location of frequency adverb. And also our new lesson for today, we are going to answer the student book to page 20. Write sentence with frequency adverbs. So before that, everyone, let's have a recap or review from our previous lesson. So last time we talked about these 4 common mistakes. Let's talk about this one more time. Number 1, we have unnecessary be verb. So what do you think, or what is unnecessary be verb? Meaning, this verb is not belong to this sentence. So for this example, everyone, in our number 1, she works at the bank. So what do you think is the unnecessary be verb of this sentence? Can you tell me, everyone? Is this your answer? Great, you're correct. This one shouldn't be in this sentence as is shown also in our textbook. Now, for our second common mistakes is misuse be verb. What is the misuse be verb in here? We have example for number 2. He is not live here. So which one is the misuse be verb? Correct. Is. Shouldn't be is, right? What's the correct answer for this one as we talked about this one last time? Does. Correct. Now let's move on to our number 3. Third person singular or singular's error. In our example for number 3, he often get up late. So which is the error of this exercise? So which one is the error of this sentence? Get. Correct. Should be he often gets up late. You're correct. Well done. Now, let's move on to our 4th and final common mistakes. Location of frequency adverb, meaning the place where you should put the correct frequency adverb or adverbs of frequency. Now we have an example in here. Always she helps me. So which is or which are the incorrect place of adverb of frequency? Correct. Always she. So the correct answer for this one, everyone, like we talked about last time, she is the first word of this sentence. Always is the second one, right? The correct answer for this one is she always helps me. So this is our review for today's lesson, common mistakes. Alright, everyone, so let's move on to our new lesson for today, writing basic sentence. Now, for this textbook exercise or activity, you are going to write sentences with frequency adverbs. Now, what do they always do in the morning? And what do you always do in the morning? So that one is the first sentence or first question. Now we have 2 different sentences. The first one we have exercise, or the first one we have example already. Mrs. White drink coffee in the morning. So we have space or blank there. Now you need to rewrite on the blank below, like as it's shown in our textbook example. Mrs. White always drinks coffee in the morning. Now we have also Mr. White. Mr. White blank read the newspaper. So you have to listen to me, everyone, and write down the correct answer. So for our second sentence, everyone, Mr. White always, correct, always reads the newspaper in the morning. Now for our third sentence, you need to answer this one by yourself. What you always do in the morning. You need to answer this one. You need to answer this one like I always. What you always do in the morning. Then you have to complete this sentence. Now for our second question or second frequency adverb, what do they usually do? And what do you usually do? Mr. White blank right at home. So let's complete this one. Mr. White usually right at home. Jim usually plays basketball after school. And what do you usually do? I usually complete this sentence. Now for our third adverb frequency question, what do they often do? And what do you often do? Mrs. White blank talk to Mrs. Harvey. Jim and Ben blank run together. So let's complete the sentence. Mrs. White often talks to Mrs. Harvey, correct. And the second sentence, everyone. Jim and Ben, what? Often what? Run or runs? Run only, no S, together. Now answer this question. What do you often do? I often do. Complete this sentence. Now for our last question for frequency adverb. What do they never do? And what do you never do? Zoe grandma blank listen to rock and roll. And Zoe and Zoo blank watch horror movies. Now let's complete these sentences. Zoe's grandma never listens to rock and roll. Zoe and Sue never watch horror movies. Now, what do you never do? I never do. Complete this sentence. So this is our new lesson for today, writing basic sentence. Now, for your exercise for today, write 5 sentences with frequency adverbs about your grandma, parents, whether it's your mom or your dad, siblings, brother or sister. Now, you are going to choose one person only. Talk about them. What they usually do, what they always do, what they often do, and what they never do. Okay, everyone? Also, don't forget to take a photo of your exercise and send back your answers to your teacher's personal telegram. Okay, everyone? So that is for today's lesson, everyone. Writing Bright 1. I hope that you learn a lot for today's lesson from our first session to second session, everyone. I'll see you again next time. Goodbye.